Hey everybody, this is my Chapter 4 discussion. So Chapter 4 provides us with a good overview of how our federal and state court systems work. It gives a description of the different types of courts and an examination of the criminal process and the different actors and their roles in the court. I really enjoyed the content of the chapter as it provides an insight of just how complex our court system can be and acknowledges the many specifics and functions of the court process. So the first thing I want to discuss is the 13th Court of Appeals. I'm sure this was a big topic on everybody's discussion. As the book notes, these courts are organized by territories, which is indicated on page 94 as far as the different states in each circuit. But it doesn't really note, at least from what I can remember reading, how the states were grouped into these circuits. So like where they formed, was there a reason behind why they were formed or grouped in a certain way? Was it by population at the time that they were formed? Was the land mass, or was there something else that caused them to be formed and grouped together like they were? Judging from the picture in the book, at least at face value, there doesn't seem to be any type of method that was used in forming these. Also, what determines how many judges are in each court? The book states as few as 6, but as many as 29 being in each circuit. 29 being the Ninth Circuit, which is in the chapter's issues highlighted box. The paragraph on the Ninth Circuit box suggests that the Ninth Circuit should be split up into 2 or more circuits for various reasons. I do agree with the proposal on the Ninth Circuit being divvied up a little bit. The one reason I believe it is because I think it does cover too much territory with 9 states and 2 United States territories under its umbrella with a total of 11. Another reason is I believe having 29 judges all in one circuit is too much, because it can cause a lot of inconsistencies with the rulings. I understand that they are the judges are supposed to rule not with the same judges sitting with them, but I think 29 can cause a bunch of inconsistencies in the rulings. And another reason I believe it should be divvied up is because I think that if they were split up into 2 or more circuits, that the amount of appeals that they send up to the Supreme Court would most likely be reduced, just because there won't be as many judges in each circuit, and there won't be. I would feel that there's probably not going to be as many cases sent up and reversed. To move on, the chapter goes into detail on the different levels of state courts, their names and their functions. I caught myself a few times in this section trying to reread and familiarize myself with the different names that each states have for the same type of court. I would kind of think it would be a best practice to have uniformity across the nation on the levels of courts and their specific names. That being said, this is kind of an open-ended question. Why do the states not have uniformity across the nation on what they name their specific courts? Let's see, what else do I got? I have a little template here of what I wanted to go over. So looks like the last piece I wanted to discuss was the jury process, and specifically the voir dire process. The book describes 2 challenges as far as selecting or dismissing jurors. There are challenge for causes and there are peremptory challenges. I have somewhat of an issue with those challenges, more directed to the peremptory challenges. I believe, at least to an extent, that these challenges can cause a jury of one's peers to not really be an accurate description after the process is completed, because each party's goal is to place a juror on the ending 12 panel to ultimately side with one way or the other. With the peremptory challenges, in my opinion, I believe that they are overpowered in practice, because an attorney can use one to dismiss a juror without reason, but that reason cannot be one that's based on race. But however, the whole concept of that challenge is to be able to dismiss somebody from the jury, possible jury pool, without disclosing the reason. So they don't really have to give a reason, even though it says that they can't use race as the reason. I believe this is an overpowering rule, and I don't really agree with it. So as far as the challenges of the voir dire process, my question for that is, when did these challenges come into effect, and what reasons did they have for implementing such challenges? That is my discussion for this module. I look forward to seeing everybody's comments on it, and I look forward to looking at everybody else's video. Thank you.